Welcome to the Family Photography Marketing Podcast, where we dive into the world of marketing and help you take your business to the next level. I'm your host, Fiona, a marketing expert with 10 years of experience in the family photography industry, and in each episode of this podcast, I'll be sharing my insights and strategies for successful marketing to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of digital and traditional marketing techniques. So whether you're just starting out or looking to fine-tune your marketing approach, this podcast has something for you. So join me and let's get started. Hello everyone, I hope you are having a good week. This is going to be a quick episode. I'm just going to talk about a way that I put myself out of my comfort zone this week that paid off for me. So I know that, or you should know if you're a longtime listener, that really for 2024, I want to push everyone to have an offline marketing plan because we just can't rely on the social media algorithms. So I always want to, it's very important for my own integrity to take my own advice. And I'm still in growth mode, especially for my studio space. So I'm always trying to raise awareness and be more centered in my actual town. Because for so long in my job, I've worked not in my town. My town is very small and I work in the mountains and I work at kind of more adventurous spots that are far away. So I'm trying to center myself here, which has required me to put myself out there. And the in-person marketing that I've taken on has been hosting events in my studio. So I do baby's first year in there. So last year I hosted baby play dates. So I had moms come and they could meet other babies. Their babies could meet other babies, moms could meet other moms, and it was just a bright, clean, happy space for them to meet with each other. So I'm about to restart that program in January as well, and that brought me tons of sessions just from that one in-person event. Because so often we can think of our work just in the scope of how it's received on social media and nothing beyond that really. So if you take a beautiful image and you post it on Instagram or you share it somewhere, the value of that work becomes like who sees it, right? And the people who see it could be people who are not even local to you. I know I've talked a lot about this, about how even if someone tries to build a hyper local social media account, anything that goes beyond a certain number of likes or interactions that actually gives us that ego boost, often those likes and interactions are not local, so they actually don't end up helping us anyway. So I got invited to this local networking group, and I've always kind of wanted to go and see what those types of things are like. And in past episodes, I think it was like one of the first 10, I can't remember exactly, I talked about how important it is to have a solid elevator pitch, like how you describe what you do in your business. And so in this networking group, you have to stand up in front of everyone. And I think there was like maybe 25 people in the room. 25 people around an intimate table. So you could choose very quickly to become extremely overwhelmed in that environment, and it would be understandable. And the people that I was with who were also new, I could see nerves radiating through, and even nerves radiating through the people who do it all the time. But it is so valuable and clarifying to be able to say, here's what I do in a very put together and succinct sentence. So I have this special gift that I've always had where speaking in front of people doesn't really scare me. And if you were to say like, go do a little talk on something in front of a big group, it works better for my brain to go in with like a very rough outline and just improvise. So that's what I did. And I was really proud of the way that I was able to clarify to these strangers who I am, what I want out of customers, who is a best fit for my brand, what I'm looking to do in the next year. Like all of those things are just saying them out loud provides this grounding that feels so much better than just doing the online stuff. And so after I gave my speech, which I basically said I have two sections of my business: outdoor work, which is playful, adventurous families in beautiful places, and indoor work, which is a natural light studio where I do baby's first year, high school seniors, and branding. So even though I'm covering a wide scope of things, and I do have this internal insecurity that sometimes I wish I could just say, I do this one thing and that's it, which prior to the studio I did. But now that I'm in my own transition a little bit, the breadth of what I offer is wider. And so I did have a little bit of insecurity, but I felt like I was able to very clearly explain what I do and how I do it. And right after I finished, someone came up to me and they're like, I have a referral for you. And there's something that's just sort of been lost in the world of online marketing, of me just speaking, just talking, you just saying, here I am in the world, here's what I do, here's who I like to work with, to a bunch of faces who are turned towards yours, listening intently and thinking about who they know in their wide berth of humans that you don't know. It's just a beautiful circle of in-person marketing. So I know I'm constantly giving you guys nudges and pushes to try to do things. But this one I think could be a real game changer for you. And even if you're shy and even if you're an introvert, within this group of people, I could tell there were people who are very introverted. I am not introverted and I'm not afraid of meeting new people. I love meeting new people. If you're in this job, one thing you can know, even if you're an introvert, you meet a ton of new people all the time at sessions and you show up in the capacity at those sessions as the expert of what you do. So you're really taking that energy that you show when the client gets out of the car and you're like, I know I can do this, and they know you can do it, and you accomplish the session. You just take that, you multiply it, and you tell people who aren't necessarily your clients. So I just want to give you a push to say that no matter what lies you tell yourself about whether or not you could show up to a group of strangers and accurately describe what you do, I want to say that you can. And that would be my push to not wallow in that decision that you've made about yourself. Step over it and just give it a try. Even if you're too nervous to do it in your exact town because you're worried you'll know people or whatever, go to a next town over. Just look for in-person networking events in a town near you and just pick one and go and just practice, because I guarantee even if you don't get a referral, even if my experience where someone approached me immediately, even if that doesn't happen, if you can say, I did this thing out in the community, I put myself out there, I place my flag in my community as a local business, I just think it's really powerful. So one thing I'm going to be doing in the marketing mastermind that's starting in January is for each of the participants, I'm going to be going through their town with them and helping them find good in-person networking opportunities. So if you feel really overwhelmed by that, the thing about this mastermind is that I've never done it before. And so there's this beauty in it being the first run, because I feel like the people in the first run are getting so many things that I'll probably end up having to take away for the next subsequent rounds, because I'm just trying to figure out what is working. And so what's going to work for the first one is me literally fully immersing myself in everyone's individual business, because I'm so committed to them walking away with a plan that's very, very personalized for them. Not here's how Instagram works and here's how the algorithm works and here's how to write about your business. It's not so much that. It's how do you take your unique self in your unique town with your art that you love to create and create visibility for yourself. Because no matter what is going on in the world of social media, in the world of what's working in marketing, you need visibility. Whether that is online, whether it's Pinterest, whether it's your blog, whether it's social media, or whether it's that you show up once a week to an in-person event to talk about your business, you need visibility to get clients, whether it's an email list, whether it's a referral program. So the key is figuring out which one of those things works well in alignment with the way that you like to live in the world, and then looking at that data to make sure that what you like to do is actually bringing in clients, and if not, tweaking it. So another little shove in the back from Fiona to try something new in 2024. And if you find something that you're excited about, shoot me a DM on Instagram, because I want to see what you found. And just in my town, which is very small, once you start looking for them, there's tons of little opportunities. There was a women in business coffee chat that happened this week. I didn't go to it, but just from researching, I saw, and like 6 women ended up going. And I looked through their businesses and automatically I was like, oh, I bet that person knows someone that I could work with, or I know someone who I could help her. And it creates this thing that's been sort of gone with the wind since the pandemic, which is that we love helping people, which conversely means that other people will love helping us. So I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you guys next week.